Today, it's almost a struggle for me to, each day, at least I try most days to share a little bit of word, at least what we've been reading in this day. Today's a little difficult only because there's so much that I wanted to talk about. I was reading, I'm like, oh, that would be really good to talk about. And I read a little bit more. That would be great to talk about. There's a lot in these. So, hey, as you read through today in today's reading, day 214, take some time, really think about some of the things that are being said. But I'm going to come out of Ezra chapter 3. Although, again, I want to talk about some of the Luke stuff is incredible as well. And even Ezra chapter 3, there's at the end of chapter 3, it's pretty amazing thinking about those that mourn for what was, and then those that are celebrating what is and where we are in our life. But I want to ask you a question. Think about this statement that's being made. Okay, get your super religious caps off, right? And think as a human really quickly. And this is not that we're not humans, but you get it, right? Just a normal person. This is this. They set the altars in place, for fear was on them because of the peoples of the land, and they offered burnt offerings on it to the Lord, burnt offerings morning and evening. Now, okay, for those of you that might not know, the Israelites have been gone for 50 plus years. Jerusalem, the city where they're setting this up, the walls have been torn down, the temple's torn down, most of it's in rubbles, okay? And they understand there's raiders, there's people on the outside, right? And they've brought in, the exiles have brought in, if you read in Ezra chapter 2, they brought in a lot of money, a lot of gold, a lot of goods, right? Things that raiders would love to come and grab. And this is their for fear of them, they set up an altar, right? They're like, no, would you think about the right way to do it would be to build a wall. You and I would build a wall. We'd build a fence. We'd put stuff up. But that's not what they did. They set up an altar. In fact, the wall doesn't happen until much later in life. We'll get into Nehemiah where the wall is built. They built the temple first, but actually before anything, they built an altar for fear of the people around them. And you and I as Christians, right, that should make sense to us. A non-Christian will look at that and say, that's ludicrous. But where's our help come from? Who is it that is our warrior? Who's the victor? Who's the one that protects and leads us? It's God. And so often that's the problem, is we go to the world's fixes before we go to God. When we have fear, when we have trepidations, when we have issues, concerns, right? Anxiety, depression, when we have all that, we turn to others, we turn to other people, other maybe drugs, right? But we should be turning to God. Is God our help? And setting that altar is about going to where God is, right? Saying, okay, God, I'm asking you to come into my time, my situation, my life. I'm asking you to come in and spend time with me, right? You are my help. Yeah, eventually I'll build the wall. Eventually I'll build the temple. But first and foremost, God, I'm asking you to descend. I'm asking you to be here. I'm asking you to be my help and to be my strength. I really challenge each and every one of you today and going forward that when fear, when anxiety, when depression, when sorrow, when all those emotions, those negative emotions come on you, go to God first. Set up an altar. Go into your closet. Go into your home. Go drive in your car. Pull over, whatever it is, and go. God, hey, I'm sacrificing that fear. I'm sacrificing that anxiety. I'm sacrificing my life to you. God, do what only you